Today, I'm scrolling through Zillow to see exactly what $150,000 gets you today. And some of these are rough, but some of them are actually pretty great deals. I pulled a few houses at the same exact price point so we can see together which ones actually make sense and which ones are just a no. But first, I've been posting here on YouTube for the past 39 days straight. So if you enjoy seeing a channel grow from absolutely nothing into something, then please like this video and subscribe. All right, onward into Zillow. Into it. All right, first up, we have a house right at $150,000, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,182 square feet. This is in Dale City, so kind of South Oklahoma City. Let's take a look at the pictures here. Nice exterior. It looks like it's missing a garage, so just a carport here. Looks like they definitely updated. The landscaping looks great. Paint looks great. Good flooring. Looks like it has like wall panels, but that were painted white. So just kind of a modern twist, modern update. Nice lighting. Let's see here. So this is the kitchen. Looks like either they changed out the front doors of the cabinets, or they could be original. They maybe just updated the hardware and painted the cabinets. This looks like laminate for the countertops and kind of an old school kitchen sink there, but I mean, they need to clean that up. I never understood that when people go through such trouble to like fix a place up, and then it's like the small things that they leave undone so that they're visible in pictures, like all this dust here on this countertop. It's interesting. Okay, it's weird to go to the backyard already. We're only on image 12. But it has a nice shed, nice big backyard, and a good sized shed there. Okay. This might be one of the bedrooms. Maybe this is like an open closet. Let's see if there's another angle. Not sure. This looks like a front door to me. So I'm not quite sure of the layout here. Bathroom. What? This is a big no-no. Why did you paint over the actual door handle? In what world does that make sense? Vanity's not bad. Very small bathroom, but I mean, we're here in the very entry level of houses in today's market. Nice newer fan there. I like the floors. I like the floors throughout. They did change the direction though. I think this is going like more vertical and this is horizontal here in the bedroom. So I'm not sure why they chose to do that, but sure, why not? Ooh, I like this bathroom. I like the tile. And I like this wall, this window here. It's very, very different, but in a good way. I think that was a safe place to like do some type of custom or unique design. Yeah, I think it's nice. Luckily, they did not paint over the door handle here. This is like nice chrome fixture. Yeah, chrome fixtures throughout. That might be brushed nickel up there, but these definitely look like chrome. This is a new vanity right here. This is the one that I see all the time from Home Depot. The Home Depot classic. All right, so this must be our living room. Because again, this looks like an outdoor, like a main front door. So I'm assuming this is the living room. But it looks like a bedroom. I'm not sure. Did they just use... No, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to misspeak here. All right, so kind of an aerial view. Yeah, we're here nearing the end. So let's go take a look at what does the listing say. So step inside a beautifully refreshed home where every update feels intentional and every room invites you to stay a little longer. This freshly remodeled property, skip the address. Offers bright, clean living with fresh interior and exterior paint, modern lighting, new windows and curtains, and durable tile flooring. Oh, so that's tile flooring. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's one of those things that either you kind of love it or hate it with tile. I personally really like the tile look with the wood faux looking tile. I'm not a big fan of what it feels like, you know, just walking on it and stuff like that, but it is waterproof. So, I mean, if you ever have any type of, you know, water issues, leaks or mini floods or anything like that, you're pretty much covered when it comes to the flooring. So, to each his own. So yeah, just a nice standard house here. It's near one of our top employers, Tinker Air Force Base. So yeah, South Oklahoma City, and not bad, not bad. I would rate this as a C plus, maybe a B. I feel like the reason I want to give it a C is because certain things like painting the door handle just gives me the idea that if I go to see this property in person, it's not gonna look as good as it looks in pictures. So because of that, I'm gonna give it like a C plus. I think they did a good job with certain design choices, and for the price range, 3-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,200 square feet. I think that it's a pretty solid deal, but I think we could find better. So let's look at what we have next. All right, so next up again, excuse me. Okay, so next up again, we have another one sitting right at $150,000. This one is northeast of Oklahoma City, or inside of Oklahoma City. So 3-bed, 2-bath, smaller than the last, 1,052 square feet. Let's take a look at the pictures. Actually, built in 1946, so quite old. But as you can see already, it's renovated. So let's see what they did. It's small, boxy, and that might be good for layout. Let's see here. So we have a new updated fan, floors, paint, new baseboards, nice color for the door. I like the black hardware. And it looks like they probably have touched the ceilings too, which is a good thing. Yeah, the floors look really nice. This all looks good. Okay, we got a nice gallery kitchen. Nice new paint. I think these might be brand new countertops, and the whole kitchen might be brand new. It looks like, with the counters and the cabinetry, the new sink and appliances. I think they, you know, just, it's a small kitchen, so it shouldn't have been crazy expensive for them to do. This might be a fix and flip. I'll take a look at the sales history here in a little bit after we see the pictures. Very small, but new, and that's kind of where we are with the market. It's kind of always been that way when you have new construction or something like that. It's new construction or a renovated property, when you can really gut it and make everything brand new. It's typically on smaller properties. It's just cheaper. Yeah, this looks really nice. Is that gold or like brass? It looks really nice. Yeah, I think the faucet here matches the hardware. Nice updated lighting. They got some recessed in here. Was this just a hallway? Yeah, this was just a hallway. Is it? I think it is. No, it can't be. It has outlets here. And so this is one of the rooms. So what is this leading into? It's kind of an awkward picture because I can't really tell what that is. Because this window made me think it was a hallway. And it looks like you were just going into this room. But then when I saw the outlets here, there's not reasons to have outlets this high inside of a hallway. So I'm not sure. This is definitely a bedroom. This one looks more spacious. This might be the master, but I can't tell because I can't tell yet. So this is probably the master bathroom because it's 2 bathrooms. So normally I can see in the photos when it's a master because I can see that there's a bathroom, like a door to a bathroom. This is another angle here. Yeah, very, very small. You can see your neighbor right across the way from your bathroom. That's always fun. I mean, they chose really nice fixtures. And it's kind of, like I said, again, it's kind of easy to do that. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful shower. It's easy to do that when you're dealing with such a small property because everything that you do, it only requires a small amount of material and labor hours. So it's really easy to do that on these types of properties. It's just that, you know, as the end buyer, you just don't get a lot of square footage, but you just get really nice upgrades and materials. This must be this is just the laundry. And there you are. So you're on a corner lot. This looks like 2 main streets actually. So if you don't mind a little bit of city noise, then, you know, this one will do you. Huh. I don't think I've seen this before. So I can't tell if this is just outside storage or a detached garage because there's 2 doors here. It might be. This looks like it could be. Both of these look like they could be driveways. So I'm not, but obviously you can't drive into this, and I can't tell on that side. That's the last photo, so I don't know. But yeah, not bad. I would say, let's go look here at the history. And first we'll check out this. So fully renovated 3-bed, 2-bath home just minutes from OU Health in downtown OKC with a new roof, all new windows, new flooring, fresh paint, updated plumbing, oh that's huge, and a new tankless water heater. This home combines classic character with modern comforts. So it does have quartz countertops, brand new cabinets as we suspected, open flow to the dining room, secluded master suite. So it does have the actual ensuite, which is the floor, the bedroom with the bathroom. 3rd bedroom is its own private entrance. Oh, maybe that's what we were seeing. That 3rd bedroom that had like an outdoor, a main door, a front door. So I guess that's the 3rd bedroom and it just has its own private entrance. So interesting, but sure. Okay, now let's go back and let's look at the history here. So they bought this house August of 2025, $45,000, and then now they have it listed for sale for $150,000. So I mean, clearly it was clearly it's been pretty much fully remodeled. So I can understand they probably put a good 70-80K into renovating it. So that makes sense. I think the price is solid, especially if you live in this type of area. Like I said, it's close to downtown, midtown area, a lot of jobs over there. A lot of government jobs over there as well. So this could be a solid pick for someone who doesn't need a lot of space, but they just want the updated luxuries and they want to be nearby, you know, that particular area. Moving on. Now we're here at another one that's priced at $149,700. This one is Northwest OKC. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1136 square feet, built in 1953. So a little newer, but still older. All right, so let's hop into these photos. You can see the exterior here. Actually, go back to this one. So again, no garage, just has a carport. Nice luxurious grass though. That looks dense. That looks really nice to step on barefoot. All right, so this is the living room. I would not have chosen that. I would not have chosen this sofa to go in this living room. It's very large sofa for a very small living room, and it looks like it blocks this door, several doors. I mean, maybe this is just the angle. I'm sure this front door can't be blocked, but yeah, maybe it is just like one little walkway here to get from this door to this door. But it just, from this angle, it looks like it's just taking up everything. It's massive. There's another angle of the living room. Looks like this could be that tile wood floor as well, or laminate. It's hard to tell. But it's one of those two. All right, so this is looks to be like a dining room slash almost kitchen because I see a refrigerator in here. Let's get some more angles. And they like their TVs. All right, so we have some granite countertops here. Looks like the updated sink. So here's another refrigerator. So this is obviously the original, the actual kitchen. I guess they just have 2 fridges. And then, yeah, I mean, it's small kitchen, small house. This one, it's probably because their stuff is in it, but this one feels smaller than the last house. And it's a little bit bigger. Bedroom, 2 closets, probably conjoined. Bathroom. Yeah. This one's hard, guys. It could be, again, just because there's stuff in it and it just looks very lived in. It's really hard to visualize, you know, yourself living there or, you know, buying it. If I'm looking at it from like a homeowner perspective, or is different from like when I'm looking like at for rental property as a landlord, and seeing a lot of stuff just makes, especially when it's already a small house. Another fridge and their master. This is obviously their master. Yep, there's the closet. They don't really show much. And then there's cracking in the ceiling here and all that. So it lets me know they probably had some foundation issues either in the past, or they may still have that, which is common here in Oklahoma. This is the master bath. So again, they carried the granite countertops over. So I'm happy to see that. Definitely needs some paint. Look, it needs paint all throughout the house, in my opinion, and definitely needs to be cleaned up. Yeah, this one's rough. I would definitely put this in the rough category, because when you're looking at this house and you see like, you know, scuffs and stains all throughout the walls and the doors and everything, and you're showing the property like this, what am I, like, if I were to buy this house, what condition is it going to be in when I get it? Like, yes, all your stuff is going to be moved out, but what type of clean are you going to do on it before I get it? Or am I going to have to clean it up before I even, you know, put my stuff in there? So I'm predicting this one's probably going to sit for a while. I would definitely put that in the F category. Sorry, but I probably would not choose this one. Okay, so it's a renter in there right now. So it says, please do not disturb tenants. Welcome to blah, blah, blah. This inviting home features a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Offering, so I thought it was a 3.2, but it's actually 1.5. Offering a comfortable 1136 square foot. It's just very rough. It's gonna be rough for a homeowner to see themselves there, and it's even rough for me as a landlord. If I wanted to buy this as a rental property, it's hard when you see a lot of stuff in it, because then as a landlord, I'm thinking, okay, what things do I need to do to update this place or fix this place in order to make it what I like as rent ready. The flooring looks okay, but when you have huge sofas and things in the way, you really can't see imperfections that would need to be addressed. So it just makes it difficult. I really like looking at houses that are completely empty, or like very, very lightly staged or something. But in this price range, we're not going to get staging for sure. So again, I'm gonna give that an F. Moving on to the next one here. This one you can tell by the exterior that it's just old, and I probably wouldn't have chose this paint color. I normally like black and white theme, but I feel like that needs to be like on a much newer house. It just doesn't add to me. It doesn't update the house to me. It still just looks old. So this one's at $145, so a little under our $150 price point. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1256 square feet, built in 1945, and it looks like it. Let's see, it has just, your standard walkway. Again, I'm not seeing a garage. I don't see any driveway leading up to a garage, so no garage here. Let's take a look at some of these photos. I can't tell if these are gray walls with even darker gray trim. That's what I'm going for. Floor's not bad. This kitchen looks, obviously updated from original, but I don't know if they're just new doors or if it could just be paint. This door is probably not closed, or it's a little crooked. I'm not sure. Why is this hanging down so low? Like, is this this is the kitchen and not the dining room. This is typically something you would see in the dining room, but here we are with the low hanging light in the middle of the kitchen. That's what stuck out to me there. I didn't even see a fridge. So it must be on another wall that we don't have access to. One of the bedrooms, carpeted. And you can see the difference between that other house that we saw that was 150, that was smaller than this one, but it was completely updated. This one I can tell this is like a lipstick on the pig situation. Like you can see they just painted over every imperfection. They didn't try to fix anything. The house still feels that like it's old. It still feels like it's from the 45s, and not just because you paint something and put new ceiling fans and maybe new flooring, it's not enough with these old houses. And that's one of the reasons I don't want to buy a super old house. And first of all, there's a lot of restrictions, like especially here, and I'm sure a lot of other cities have like historical district areas where you can't do a whole lot to the exterior of the property, and sometimes not even the interior, because they want to preserve the culture and history, which I understand, but it just makes it a little difficult, and it causes the budget to go up. But with this, like, I wouldn't be able to sit with any of this. I hate the thick border around the doors. I poor choice of color in my opinion, and it doesn't match like the gray with the floors, the brown floors. It's not aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. This is fine. I don't mind this shower. I don't mind this tile at all. It's that classic basic Home Depot vanity, which is nothing wrong with that. I think they actually are nice looking, and there's definitely a time and a place for them. I don't know. This I feel like could look nice, but I think they didn't do it right. I feel like there's, again, if you're there physically, you can kind of see some imperfections. Yeah, really not much here, guys. I'm gonna also rate this one an F. I'm not a fan. I think this could have been done so much more tastefully. Oh, here's our driveway. Still not a garage, but at least we have a driveway. Yeah, just overall not a fan. We'll touch base here. Yeah, so 1256, so a little bigger than the other that was fully renovated, but this one is just, I think, just poorly done. So it says seller financing available. That's interesting. Yeah, Northwest OKC home sits on a corner lot, and this is like not the suburb part of Northwest Oklahoma City, but it is Northwest Oklahoma City. So it has a detached garage. Okay, that's good. Yep, 3-2, tall ceilings. I do like tall ceilings, and that's what I mean. They could have done this so much better. Tall ceilings really open up the space and really make upgrades. If they really smoothed those walls out and chose the right paint colors, it could have looked really nice in there. But also, like, just looking at that neighborhood in general, I don't know how much higher you could get. So it's probably one of those situations where they didn't want to over improve, and I can understand that, because the house is only going to sell for so much, regardless, just due to the neighborhood. But I still think they could have done a way better job. So updated kitchen with granite countertops, freshly painted cabinets. Yeah, that's kind of all they did. Let me see if this was a flip or not. So it sold, yeah, it sold in 2023 for $60,000, and then it sold again for $170,000. So it was a flip originally. Man, someone paid $170,000 for this house back in 2023, and that's kind of a little bit of part of the boom. And they probably got a higher interest rate back then, because I think in 2023 interest rates were starting to climb. And then they listed it for sale in 2025, so they already hit a $20,000, almost $30,000 price cut from 2023 to 2025. And then they removed the listing, and then now it's back up for sale at the 145. And I just don't think it's gonna command that. I'm super surprised it commanded the 170. Wow, that's interesting. But yeah, nevertheless, somebody lost some money, but it's also an F-rated house to me. All right, here we are again, Northwest Oklahoma City. I can also tell with Oklahoma City, because I'm from here, like, brick houses are typically kind of the more standard, like, nice. A lot of the nicer neighborhoods use the brick houses, or a little like newer, like this was built in the 70s, and then like the houses built in like the 50s and 40s and earlier, those are like the wooden houses, like the slats. So that's just something that I noticed. Anyways, we have 150,000 1385 square feet. So this might be the largest of the ones that we've seen so far. All right, it has a very short description here. Nice home, convenient to most locations of the metro. Open living with mock fireplace. I don't know what that means. Inside utility closet, some updating has been completed. All right, so let's take a look at some photos. So overall, nothing that really stands out to me. Just like an average, nice home, honestly. Let's see, and this is the kitchen. We jump right into the kitchen. Tile floors, old countertops, old appliances, cabinets untouched. Backsplash though. Yeah, this is definitely original. This is one of the bedrooms or bathrooms. This is one of the bathrooms. Oh, okay. This is one of the bedrooms with a very dark blue carpet with staining or just like impressions from just wear and tear traffic, I suppose. Yeah, so these blue carpets, is this all throughout? Oh yeah, this is all throughout. This is all throughout, okay. There's the fireplace. I don't know what they mean by mock fireplace. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about fireplaces. Yeah, no lighting in here whatsoever. A lot of these houses, built in the 70s were like that. I don't even know where the light is probably coming from this next room. I guess they just really, really invested in lamps. Oh, that's it. There's not very many photos here. I mean, I can see this place being a nice project to renovate. It's very small windows too. Like, I would have liked these to be bigger, but that's a very expensive project, so I wouldn't touch that. But if I was buying this for like a rental property, I can see, buying this place and just, taking out these vanities, ripping out all the floor, replacing all the flooring, painting. You really could just go ahead and paint these countertops or these cabinets and change out the hardware, replace the countertops, update all the appliances, update all the lighting throughout. Yeah, this flooring has to go, and then paint. And yeah, it would be a nice rental, I think, for a homeowner. Honestly, there's not enough information here for me to really go off of. So I don't know. This is probably just a regular owner that just ready to sell for whatever reason. They bought it. I don't even see when they bought it. So this might be the original owner, and they just did nothing to the property. They lived in it. They got their money's worth, and they're ready to move on to whatever they're moving on to. So I'll give this house a D, just because it's current condition, but I think that it's probably a solid home. It doesn't look bad. Like, it doesn't look that it's in bad condition or they didn't take care of the home. They just literally never updated anything. And that's not always a bad thing. It's like kind of like a time capsule or something. So if you were looking for a project type of home, then I would say this is probably it. Maybe some negotiation on the price. I feel like you can still get a little bit better bang for your buck for $150, but overall, I think it's a solid home. Just really, it's not moving ready. That's for sure. All right, on to our last. This is our last property. This one is also right at 150, northwest side, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1640 square feet. And this one also looks renovated. Now, this is our oldest property. This was built in 1918. And again, like I said, it's not brick. It's gonna be this. I always blank on the siding. It's gonna be it's not even really siding. It's wood. It's really a wood house. Oh, the roof looks like it needs some work. It doesn't have a garage. It just has a carport. And that seems to be, 150 seems to be the budget for not having a garage. You have to spend more if you want a garage. All right, so let's take a look here. It looks like it's definitely renovated inside. They did the floors, paint. They didn't update the lighting, which I wish they would have. And I'm not sold on this trim. It looks weird. All right, kitchen. Oh, so we have like a butcher block, but like it looks like it's sealed or something. And also the cabinets look shiny. Like it's all wood, but instead of it being like flat, it looks shiny. Like they put some type of gloss over it. I don't think I like that. But this is the size of the kitchen. Not too bad. Also don't like I don't like the backsplash being so low. Okay, so they do have updated lighting in here at least. They have the recess. Yeah, so I mean, not bad. Bedroom. This looks like this. I'm not sure if this is laminate, LVP, or real wood floors. It's hard to tell sometimes in pictures, but it's dusty. That's what I do know. Is this the same house? Is this looks like a picture taken out of like a magazine or something, like if you Googled a picture of an updated bathroom, like this is what will pop up. Is this the same house? Maybe that just really threw me off. Yeah, it looks nice. They updated the shower here, got the doors and the tile here, nice new vanity, so not bad. But these bedrooms are not matching. That's why it's like a little jarring. Like, what's up? It's like all scuffed here. Like, you guys didn't want to paint it. You renovated the bathroom, but you didn't want to paint in the bedrooms. You didn't want to either update the flooring or at least refinish them. I don't know what material it is, but at least mop it. Like, oh, look at how much texture is here on this ceiling. Yuck. And then this light doesn't match a bedroom. And I wonder, like, why are there two lights up here? Why are there two J boxes? And I don't even know what this is. So this gives me a vibe that this was like an add-on room or something. And it might be, because 16, you know what? It perfectly makes sense. 1,640 square feet for a house built in 1918 probably was unheard of. So I'm guessing that this house had an addition somewhere. And maybe it used to have a garage, but we saw the carport. I don't know. I'm not sure how they did it. Normally it's a garage conversion out here. That's typically how people do add-ons. I didn't see a space for that, but maybe it's on the back side of the house that I didn't see. They kind of updated this shower as well, or they did update the shower. Just the rest of the bathroom is just kind of, you know, that way. And that's the problem with these older houses. Like, man, like I feel like they could have just been done so much better. And then this is a detached garage, so I'm not sure how they did the addition, but they definitely did something. Look at all this. This is overgrown. Yeah. Yeah, this one, I thought this one was gonna be nicer. I really did, but it's, you know, again, I'm gonna put this in like the D category. Not great. Good square footage, so if that's like the most important thing to you, then you can probably get in here and spruce it up some more and do a better job. I do wonder about some of the things like the plumbing and stuff like that, because it is such an older house. It says charming and renovated bungalow in downtown, large lot for investment potential, and all new energy efficient windows installed, $525. Home is conveniently located near shopping, downtown interstates. Yard has outbuilding and garage, so there were two buildings back there. So that's nice. So you do get a garage with this one. It's just detached. Let's take a look and see what type of sales activity. Price change listed, so pending. So it was listed for, oh, there's more. Okay, let's see how far we can go back. Listed for sale for $180, so it's pending remove. Let's see. Where's the actual sale? Here we go. Here's a sale. Last sold 2023 for $100,000. They overpaid. I'm just gonna tell you right now. That's why they didn't do a good renovation, because they overpaid here. Because in 2023, if this had no updates, I mean, if it looked like what it looks like right now and they paid $100, then I would say, okay, deal. But I have a feeling it's $160 that they listed it for actually in 2024, and then changed the price. So this has been listed for a long time. I have a feeling that this price was what it looked like before anybody really touched it. And then the small upgrades that we did see are what it's sold for right now. So again, that's a no for me. So you guys let me know, which of these houses do you think was the better deal for the $150,000 price range? Go ahead and comment that below. Now, I'm going to give you my pick, and I think it's probably clear what my pick is, and that pick would be this house. This is the smallest house on the list, but again, because it's the smallest house, their budget went very far. So they really were able to update this house and make it look really pretty. And I think they chose good colors, good material, and it just looks better. So if I were in the market, at least for a house in that area, then this is something that I would definitely consider. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining me in this TED Talk. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for scrolling through Zillow with me. I hope this helps someone. I'm not a realtor. I don't sell houses. I'm just a regular person that likes real estate and happen to be a landlord. So if you like this type of content, then go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing. Other than that, guys, I will see you tomorrow.